Happy birthday to you. Yo, what's up everybody? Good morning, and it is officially Vicenta's birthday. Happy birthday to you. I'm pointing at him through the rear view. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Papa. Happy birthday to you. Vicenta is officially three years old, and we're actually going to go meet up with his mom because part of our court order is that we would have to spend it together. She tried to divvy up and like give me Saturday, I think, to try to get Sunday because she had to work anyways, but it didn't necessarily work because to me the court order is there for my benefit sometimes and then also to work against me sometimes, but it is essentially the fairest thing that we were able to come up with, and the majority of the outcome was in her favor because it is what she wanted. So we're on our way to go pick them up. Them, as in them, I mean her and Vicenta's sister, because we're gonna go do something. I have no flipping idea what, but I know that I'm gonna have to ante up. I'm thinking SeaWorld. I have no flipping idea what we're gonna do. I'm thinking SeaWorld, go chill for a little bit, and then just let them go home and do their own thing, you know? Me and Vicenta had a great vacation, and we had a great time spending time with doing what we wanted to do. So I figured we go. She doesn't know. She thinks that I'm gonna make her spend all day with me, but I'm not. I'm gonna even buy them a cake or something that they could have together. I don't know, maybe I'll buy them food too. Fuck it. Take them to go get some fucking food that they can barbecue or something. I don't know. What I do know is that I'm a better man than I was last year, and I know my son will know that one day. I love you. That too? That should say I love you too. I love you. I don't hear you. I love you. Are you gonna say it back? I love you. No. I do. You get the gist of it. He doesn't love me. So here's what happened. I was inside and I thought to myself, I'm missing a lot of footage that I could save for myself personally. It doesn't have to go into my vlog. It could still be personal. And I just thought to myself, it's not worth it. Let me pull out my camera because I'd rather be using my camera than my phone. What is it? Yo, what's up guys? So before I close out my vlog for today, and I didn't really pull out my camera too much because I knew that it was supposed to be just me, my son's mother, and my son, and maybe its sister. I mean that's always something that's point blank. She wasn't able to make it. She just wasn't feeling well. But I mean, I told my son's mother, I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, like, I didn't want to have my camera with me. I mean, I initially started off my vlog and he wasn't here. I wasn't with them yet. But then when we got to like Gyps, when we went to John's Incredible Pizza, I was like, you know what? No, there's too many memories that even I would want to keep. And I'd rather keep them on my G7X instead of just between us. Because then I'll be able to reference them. We're using our phone, and I'm like, come on, we're using our phone, and I have a camera. I was like, I'd rather just use that. I'm more programmed to just go ahead and use that and make the clips into something that I can send you, and it doesn't have to be a vlog. So I used it, and then afterwards, I kind of put it away. We sat down, we ate. It was just us. It was cool. We just kept it to a minimum, focused on what it was that we were there for, which was Vicente. And both of us, and this funny thing, both of us could always relate to Vicente's smile and Vicente's like initial breath of life. No one could take that away from us, and no one can get in the middle of that because we were the only ones there. When we actually, listen to this, when we actually left Gyps, we went to the movies, and we were gonna go see The Lion King. And The Lion King is special to us because when we used to have, when Vicente was growing in her belly, we used to play that song, in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight, right? You know what I mean? Timon, come on. But you get it. So when we were watching the movie, there were a lot of different scenes or parts of the movie that would just make us, like, I could see it, I could feel it. It was just like, would make us look at Vicente like if he was just born or if he was a baby. Everything that we went through, or everything that he has become so far, is amazing, right? But for any child, for any of you guys, but all of you guys should have some kind of referencing point to what it was that initially happened to make everything happen, if that makes any sense. It doesn't have to just be your child. There can be points in your life where you could hear something, see something, feel something, and reminisce about something that helped you to become what you are. And it's one of those things, like they say, like, even with people that are successful as Ludacris with his Accurate Legend, right? His Accurate Legend, I just don't remember what year. It might be a 95. But he has a fully restored Accurate Legend to keep himself grounded. And that's exactly my point today, is that everything that has become of our relationship, my son's mother and I's, that's co-parents, right? Everything that has become of it, all of the hardships, all of the disagreements, all of the goals, whatever it may be, good and bad, it all started before that. I mean, it all came from somewhere. It all started somewhere. And even if I go back to the very first day, to me, those are all things that I think about. So thinking about, like, mistreating somebody just because they're being malicious or stooping to their level or whatever it may be, it just doesn't make sense. Like, at one point, at some point, everything that you were doing or everything that you were about included that person. And just because things went sour, just because the circumstance that I have, that person became detached from me and attached to somebody else, doesn't mean that I need to desensitize my feelings to make her feel bad about that situation when I maybe had some part in it. And everything that I do is like all about forgive and let go, because why harbor any feelings? Just move forward, move on. And when I see my son, and when we listen to the songs in the movie, when we watched the movie initially, and we just were there looking at him, and I could see, I would look at him, like I would hear her giggle, and it's funny that I'm thinking the same thing, and I start to laugh because, and I don't want to say giggle because I'm a dude, but I would start to laugh, and it would be funny because only me and her understand our son. And maybe my mom shares some aspects of that period of growth that she could understand how his character traits really build us in a way that we don't understand. But as parents, we just zone back down to the initial point when we remember our son being little, when we see him acting like a grown-up, and he's only 3 years old. We're sitting in a movie theater watching a movie where we used to play the music from that movie into her stomach, and boom, he's 3 years old. Time flies, and there's no sense in holding or harboring negative feelings towards somebody that is in their own path, showing progress, or maybe not showing progress to you, but in themselves they're seeing progress. So there's no point in holding that. There's no point in drowning that. There's no point in doing anything but watching life blossom and showing your own progress, because you never know where you're going to end up, who you're going to be with, and how it's going to be that you ended up there. And I hope that all of the things that I'm doing to be positive, to raise my son, to help the people on my channel continue to grow as well, I hope that I would say good karma or a good output of life would also be returned in my own life, like it has been with the channel, with the, let me open my door because I'm fucking burning up, with the channel, with my son, with my oh my goodness, with my work, with everything, with my learning, with my, I was gonna say schooling, but I really mean like with my editing and my actual input of knowledge through YouTube and other forums that help me to learn to edit and to really develop a cinematic standpoint for my channel. It's just like this whole weekend, all the way up to today, closing out Vicenta's like actual birthday and us spending time with him, my son's mother and I having to spend time together to unify, I would say to unify where it was that we went wrong to the one thing that we did right. And it felt like not right. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel like there was synergy between my son's mother and I. It felt like the purpose behind what I'm trying to say has always been true to my vlog. And I would hope that she would be able to see that there's nothing malicious about what I want to do with my life, to her at least, from my life to her. That she would see that the truth behind everything that I've said, that I have done, that I continue to do, that I want to do, is all for my son and his smile, man. My son's smile will change myself to the end of time. You guys have a good night, man. I appreciate every single subscription, every single comment. I will be making sure to be making more videos about work, more videos about loss prevention. I know that you guys want to hear something about the internal aspect of life, the internal aspects of life, the internal aspects of loss prevention. But to be honest with you, this past week, this past 2 weeks has really been being my son. And I appreciate you guys staying tuned and you guys dedicating yourself to the channel and watching me grow and progress. Man, I love you guys. Thank you so much.